I'm just going to record it. All right, so good evening, everybody. Welcome to our online class on the essential oils. I'm Leslie from the Essential Mum. I'm going to talk to you this evening about our 10 core essential oils. I don't like that Hang on. Yeah, that's better. I like to be able to see what's going on. All right. Let me just move this across onto the next page. All right. Oop, it's all going a bit fast. Okay, so we're going to talk about using essential oils for health and around the home this evening. And just before I do get started, if you have any questions, just type them into the chat bar, and then at the end of the talk, I'll answer any questions that you've got. If you see them pop up in the meantime and I can answer them straight away, then I will do, but I'll try and get it to the end and then answer the questions that you may have. All right, so I'm just going to go straight into it then. So for you guys who have got no experience with essential oils, I'm just going to talk to you about what is an essential oil. So here's our little bottles here in case you haven't seen them, and inside obviously we have the oils. So oils are basically the lifeblood of the plant. It's what makes the plant thrive in its natural environment and survive. And so it's pretty much like our bloodstream, but the plant equivalent of that. And the oils are found in all aspects of the plant. So you've got the roots, leaves, flowers, seeds, rinds, like on citrus oils. And the oil is extracted from the plants and bottled and then made available for us to use. So there's two different ways of being able to extract the oils from the plant. So we have steam distilled or we have cold pressed extractions. So these are very natural ways of extracting the oils from the plant and doesn't interrupt with their chemical composition. So it's made sure then that the oils are still as potent and powerful as what they would be if you were to use the actual plant itself. So as you can see there, it says it's the immune system of the plant, and like I've said, it is what makes the plant thrive in its natural environment and reproduce so that it obviously survives. Now the oils, if you haven't already used them, I know Jackie obviously has used our essential oils, they are 50 to 70 times more powerful than dried herbs. So this evening I'm going to speak to you about oregano, which obviously is a herb that you would use. So we use oregano in our food, and we've got other things like coriander, thyme, basil, all of the ones that are regularly used in food. And you can really see the difference and taste and smell the difference between using the essential oils and using the dried herb in your food. Now the essential oils are extremely powerful, but they are safe as well without having any negative side effects. So they are really great to be able to use with children. And as long as you use a carrier oil, which I've left over on the shelf over there, then you are fine to use them with children. Okay, so doTERRA source their oils from all over the world. Can't really move. Oh, here we go. Okay, so they source the oils from all over the world, making sure that the best quality is used all of the time, and that the oils are sourced in the area of the world where you would naturally find that plant thriving and where it would naturally grow because of the climate and the soil conditions that they have there. So just a couple of examples, and we have the lavender, which I'm going to speak to you in a little while, in a couple of minutes about. So that is sourced in Bulgaria, because that is the best lavender that is produced in the world, and doTERRA really do go to town on the quality of their oils and the quality of the plants which are used. So lavender's sourced there, and that is because the soil is at its optimum level and the climate is perfect for it. It's got the right amount of wind, rain, sun, everything that is needed for a plant to really grow and thrive. Then we have lemon, which is grown in Sicily. And obviously now that means that you're going to have a lot of sunlight for lemons to be able to grow, and again, the right type of soil consistency in order for those plants to thrive. So what doTERRA do is they don't have rows and rows of greenhouses or rows of factories producing the plants to make the oils. They want their plants to be grown where you would naturally find them. And so they have a couple of foundations that they use. So one of them is Healing Hands and the other is Co-Impact Sourcing. And these are two amazing foundations. The Co-Impact Sourcing is all about the farmers and the people who harvest and produce the plants. And what was happening a lot of the time was the people who were growing the plants weren't getting what they deserved to earn for those plants, and weren't getting the income that they needed to sustain what they were producing. So doTERRA have come in and have got communities together now where they're really making sure that these farmers are being provided with a fair income, which is on-time payments as well, which is very, very important. Can you imagine not being paid your wages on time and having to support your family? So now they get a fair and on-time payment for the plants that they produce, and a lot of education is being put into place to make sure that the next generation and the generation after that really are able to continue growing and making sure that the oils are available for everybody to use. So that's where this slide comes in. So a lot of the areas around the world that these oils are produced from are quite poor. So doTERRA really want to make sure that these communities are provided for, and that they're able to continue with everything that they do. Then we have the Healing Hands Foundation. This is something that I find absolutely amazing and really is a big part of the reason why we chose doTERRA to become part of. And what they do with the Healing Hands Foundation is they provide lots of things for communities that would normally not be able to afford anything. So you can see on the pictures here, people in the community being able to build shelter accommodation and schools. You can see the children there running around in front of their school. They also build medical facilities for underprivileged areas as well. And they also provide oils for those communities to help them keep nice and healthy. But a big thing that they also do is provide sanitation to girls. So, you know, could you imagine not being able to provide your daughters with clean underwear and sanitary towels, or even just a bra, just so that they're able to have dignity? But what's happened with doTERRA coming in is that they've recognised that these problems exist amongst these communities and go in and provide everything that these young ladies need to keep hygienic and, as I say, have the dignity. So that is a massive thing for me. We've got daughters and we couldn't imagine them not being able to have that privacy that they should be able to get. So this is the type of company that doTERRA is, and they're very, very ethical and really have a big moral standing amongst other networking companies and other oil companies because of what they do. So that's just a little bit about those two charities that doTERRA are part of. I'm just going to go back to this slide, which is a little bit about the testing process that the oils go through. Now, if you were to go to a shop and buy a lavender oil, for example, there's no kind of certification to say that the oil is 100% natural. So any company can put on their bottle that the oils are 100% natural, that they're organic, and that there's no pesticides or anything in there, because there's no governing body to stop them from doing that. And doTERRA really wanted to make sure that their oils were the best on the market, and that what you're going to experience is a really profound oil. So they've come up with their own testing process, and that's called CPTG, which stands for Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. And each oil goes through a very rigorous testing process before it's actually being allowed to be released. And that is to test for its purity. Is that the right word? Purity, that's the word. And it's for its safety and for its potency. So our oils are 100% pure. They are 100% natural. There's no artificial ingredients, fragrances, or fillers. You are not even going to get water inside of these bottles. What you get in there is literally just oil, nothing else. Then they are safe. So they're certified to be free of pesticides. So the plants aren't sprayed with any kind of pesticide to stop any bugs or anything like that. And there's no chemical residues put into the oils once they've been produced. And they are extremely potent, which all have standardized active compounds. So you know what is in that bottle is going to make a difference to you when you apply it to your body or you take it internally or aromatically. So they also have been graded as therapeutic, and they are of food grade as well, so you can take them internally in likes of water or in your food. So that takes me on to then how to use the essential oils. So there's 3 different ways. So you have aromatically, topically, and internally. So aromatically, you can use a diffuser. Is doTERRA's petal diffuser with a timer and a light. So you've got a 1, 2, and 4 hour timer, and you put cold water inside with your oils and let that diffuse around the room, and that really helps for you to be able to take it in aromatically. As you can see, this young lady on the picture here, she's smelling the bottle, so that's one way of taking it in internally. Or you can pop a drop into your palm of your hand, rub your hands together and inhale from that way, and that is a really great way of being able to take the oils in aromatically. Then you can apply them topically. So a great way to do it is to rub around the back of your neck, onto the soles of your feet, onto just your pulse points, over your heart, onto your solar plexus. There's lots of really great ways of being able to pop them on topically, or you can use them as a part of your daily skin routine. And then the last one there is internally. So I've got my water bottle here, which has got wild orange in it, which is my favourite. I also like lemon in my tea, and peppermint as well in my tea, and that's really a very, very nice way of being able to take it. But obviously you can pop it into food, you can take them in capsules. So we have gelatin, veggie capsules here, where you just pop a couple of drops in, seal it up and take it with water. And you can use that as part of your daily wellness routine as well. Okay, so as I say, the oils are very safe and they really are gentle without any negative side effects, but you just need to be wary of a couple of things. So first off, don't get them in your eyes, don't get them into your eardrum. So you can use it around the outside of your ear and on your earlobe. You can pop it underneath, or you can pop it on the front of your ear here, but just don't get it inside your eardrum, and don't get it up your nose. So again, you can use it over the bridge of your nose, you can use it on your top lip, on your philtrum, but don't get it inside of your nose. If you do happen to get them in any of those areas, just use some vegetable oil to dilute the oil, to draw out the oil. So if you get any on your into your eye, you're just going to rub the oil, a coconut oil or a vegetable oil, over onto your eyelid, and that will help to draw that oil out. Again, if you get it up your nose, just rub it and that will draw it out, and the same with the ear, just rub it and it will draw it out. But don't ever use water, because that will heighten the sensation of the oil. If you get water in your eye with oil, it really will hurt a lot, so make sure you use vegetable oil. Then if you suffer with sensitive skin, initially I would recommend that you use a carrier oil. We have a fractionated coconut oil, which is really amazing. That is pure as well, and that is a really great way of being able to apply the oil to sensitive skin. But what I would recommend is if you start with the soles of your feet and work your way up your body, then you're giving your body a chance to really take the oils in and to understand what it needs to do with the oils, rather than directly applying it onto your chest or to your back or onto your head. So do make sure that you gradually bring the oils into your life, rather than just applying everything all in one go. But do make sure that you follow all label directions, and if you need any help, then obviously you can come to us and we can help you with any information that you need. So just some of the health benefits then that we have been able to help people with by using the oils. One of the biggest ones has been anxiety. That is really one that a lot of people have come to us for, and we've been able to really help people with their anxiety. For example, the lavender is a really great one for anxiety, to be able to help you cope throughout the day. Another one that we've been able to help people with is snoring, and so we've got Breathe, which I'll talk to you about in a little while, where you can inhale it, you can pop it onto your chest, you can pop it onto the soles of your feet, or you can put it in a diffuser of a night time, and that really helps with snoring. Or if you have congestion in general as well, that's a good one to be able to use. But as you can see, there's lots and lots of different ailments that you can use the oils for. So it's not just about putting them onto your body and smelling nice, it really is about making a difference to your health. Okay, so I'm just going to talk to you now about the Lifelong Vitality Pack. So this is the pack here. You have 3 different supplements within it. So you have the Cellular Vitality Complex, the Omega Complex, and the Food Nutrition Complex. So as you can see there, it's all about longevity, about your fatty acids and your vitamins and minerals. I'll try and get this one out of the box, doesn't want to come out. There we go. Okay. So the first one, we're just going to talk to you actually about a couple of ladies before I go into it. So we've got Julie here, who suffered with arthritis for 5 years and was immobile for 5 months. And then after using these supplements, she's actually now been able to completely stop all painkillers and has become more mobile. So that's the power of these amazing supplements and what they can do for your body. So it's not, like I say, it's not just about putting the oils onto your body. doTERRA have an amazing range of supplements also. Then we have Tonya here, who suffers with fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue and diabetes. And a few months ago, she was in a wheelchair and was unable to look after herself, had a husband who was having to wash and dress her. She was taking 13 different medications and was living completely on disability allowance. So she started using the LLV, and as you can see there, she says for the first 3 weeks it was like a detox. So what can happen is when you start taking the supplements initially, you can feel a little bit under the weather because all of the toxins are being drawn out of your body and they've got to go somewhere, so they'll attack the part of your body which is the weakest. So if you suffer with chest infections quite regularly, you're more than likely going to get another chest infection. If you have tummy upsets, then you're going to probably get another tummy upset until all of those toxins are drawn out of your body. So this is what happened with Tonya. Then after another 4 weeks, her IBS had gone, pain level had come right down, the brain fog, which is a big thing for people who suffer with fibromyalgia, had gone, and her balance problem had gone. And then she was able then to come out of a wheelchair, to be able to walk without a stick, and she was off all medication and had actually stopped her disability allowance. So that is such a powerful thing, to be able to really transform your life with the LLV. Craig and I use them on a daily basis, and we really wouldn't be without them now. And we've noticed a huge difference in our energy levels since taking the LLV. And I'll tell you what has actually happened as well. Look how long my hair has gone. 2 years ago, I had a pixie cut. My hair was so short, and since using the LLV, my hair's grown about 6 inches, I'd say, maybe. It's just been crazy how much my hair has grown. I can't keep up with it, and it's really healthy as well. So yeah, this is one of the positive things that comes from taking the LLV. So if you want your hair to grow, it's a great way of being able to get your hair to grow. So we're just going to talk very briefly about the food nutrient complex. So this is all of your vitamins and minerals that you need for your body to function properly. and it's whole food, which are the oils, which the supplements are produced from. So that means your body is able to absorb them better than other supplements that are available. So this one is all your vitamins and minerals that you struggle maybe to get into your diet with fruit and vegetables. So as you can see there, it is a whole food. So we've got broccoli, which is broken down. The yeast is then transformed into protein, and the protein is there to help your body repair and replenish. Then we've got the fatty acids. So here's this one. And this is omega. This is mostly omega-3 because we do really struggle to get omega-3 into our diets. So these are all vegan. And as you can see, the omega acids are fatty acids are taken from food, from seeds, and like peppermint and what have you there. So it's vegan, so you can take them rather than taking it from fish, from fatty acids from fish. These are vegan, so you can take them if you have a vegan diet. Okay, and then we have the cellular vitality complex, and as you can see, there's these are mostly made up from berries and turmeric, which is amazing for the heart. So what this one does is this goes into your system, goes into the cell, and helps to repair any damaged cells that you've got. It gets rid of any free radicals that you've got floating around your body, which are really, really bad for you, and you get them from like air pollution and sunlight. So it's a protection as well as something that can really help to repair your body. And as I say, we now wouldn't be without using the LLV on a daily basis. It's really been a massive change for us with our health. Okay, so I'll just go into the Home Essentials kit, and that's the 10 core oils that we would recommend everybody to be using now. All right, so where my book's gone. So we have two different books that you can get that you can use as a reference in order for you to have more confidence on how to use the oils. And one of them, the Modern Essentials, comes in an app form as well, which you can go onto the App Store or Play Store, I think it is, on Android, and you can download it. You can type in your ailment and it'll give you what oils to use, or you can type an oil in and it'll tell you all of the different uses. And the same then for the Essential Life book as well. So this is a bit like our Bible that we use whenever we need any advice on how to use the oils. All right, so that is what we would recommend that you get if you were going to be getting involved with the oils. All right, so the first oil that we're going to talk about is lavender. Where's my camera? There it is. So lavender is for all things calm, and it's now my absolute favourite oil. And that's mostly because it knocks my daughter out of the night and allows us to have a full night's sleep. So and the other kids as well, to be fair, my son just puts them on his forehead before going to bed. So we mostly use it on the children. We've used it when we were on holiday, when we were getting bit, and it really does help to bring down a bug bite sting or a bee sting. It really helps to calm that reaction. But it is really lovely of a night time to make the house very, very calm. So we use it in the diffuser of a night. We apply it to our feet, and we apply it to the children's feet, and that really does help to give them a really good restful night's sleep. Everybody comments on how pleasant our daughter is, and we really do think that it's massively down to the fact that we use essential oils and lavender on it. We also have it in chocolate. It's amazing in chocolate, and we're going to do a chocolate class next week. So there's lots and lots of different uses for lavender. Then the next one is lemon. So as I said before, I use the lemon in my water. It's a great detoxifier. So if you're going on a health kick, then I would recommend that you pop a couple of drops into a pint glass of water, and that will really help to draw the toxins out of your system. But it's a very, very clean and fresh smell. So again, we use it in the diffuser when we've been cooking. We pop the diffuser into the kitchen. That helps to get rid of any odours that are lingering around. I use it to clean the house. So I'll pop it into a spray bottle, a glass spray bottle. You don't want any plastic, and where the petroleum is going to be drawn out of plastic through oils, so make sure you use glass bottles. So we use it in the kitchen, we use it in the bathroom to clean all of the work surfaces, and it really does help to bring everything up nice and clean and sanitized. So there's lots and lots of different uses for the lemon. Then we have peppermint. Here's the peppermint. Okay, so as it says, this is a cool and invigorating oil. So it's really nice alongside the lavender if you're suffering with headaches. If you just rub it across your forehead and onto your temples, that'll help to get rid of any tension headaches that you might have. If you've got any congestion, it's great to inhale or swill around your mouth with some water and with some lemon, and that's a really nice healthy refreshing mouthwash, but it'll also help to clear any congestion that you've got. We use lavender an awful lot around the house, and it's really good for bringing temperatures down, or if you have any fever. I had a bit of a temperature a few months ago, and Craig put it down my spine, and within 30 seconds my temperature had come down. And we also use it on our little girl if she's getting in teeth through and she's got a temperature. Then that's another great way of being able to bring your temperature down without using any kinds of medication on her. Okay, so just quickly about how the oils work with the cell. So as I said before about the cellular complex, the oils go into your cell and help to repair any damage problems that you've got going on in there, free radicals or viruses or anything like that. So what happens with the cell is you've got the cell with the outer wall, the cell membrane, and this is made up of oil, so it's called a lipid, and this is what protects the cell. But if there's a problem within it, it also stops stuff from getting out of the cell. So you need something to go into the cell to be able to repair it. But what happens is if you have a viral infection, then you're not going to be able to really do anything with any kind of medication, because conventional medication is made up of water the majority of the time. So as you know, water and oil will just repel against each other. So medication is not able to go through the cell wall to get to the virus. So you just got to wait out if you've got a viral infection, which is why when you go to the doctor and you have a viral infection, they won't give you any kinds of antibiotic or anything. And then when you have a bacterial infection that resides on the outside of the cell, which is why you get antibiotics, because the medication doesn't need to go through the cell wall and it can attack the bacteria. But it then also causes a whole other host of problems. If you're taking regular medication, if you're taking regular antibiotics, you do become immune to them. They've got to travel through your stomach, through your liver, through your kidneys before they actually get into your system, and that causes an awful lot of damage for those organs as well. But the great thing with the essential oils is they are able to penetrate the cell wall. They're able to go into your cell and attack the virus to really get rid of that virus out of your system. And it does that almost instantly. If you've got a chronic condition, then it may take a while for the essential oils to really make a difference. But once it's made a difference, it generally stays that way, and you don't end up having to take any kind of medication to help you along your way. So that's the main difference then between essential oils and conventional medication, is the fact that the oil can actually penetrate the cell wall to repair the cell from the inside out. Okay, so On Guard is the next oil, and this is one of our blends of oil. This is a natural defense. Here it is. So it's got a whole host of different oils all blended together to boost your immune system. So it helps to reduce any environmental threats, so UV rays, air pollution, anything like that, any bugs that might be flying around. So obviously this time of year there's lots of flu and colds and everything being passed around, tummy bugs and the likes of that. So what we do is we apply it to the soles of our feet, and we do it with the children as well, and that really helps to give them a natural defense against any bugs or anything that might be going around school or what have you. There's been lots of cases of children having scarlet fever, chicken pox, flu and things like that, and our children haven't been sick at all. So that's always great when they have 100% attendance. I will use it with the lemon and combine those two to clean the house, and that is a really great way of being able to get rid of germs as well. But you can also gargle it, and it really helps to freshen your mouth and give you nice healthy gums and a healthy mouth. So there's lots and lots of different ways of being able to use On Guard as well. Again, you can pop it into these capsules and swallow them with water, and that will boost your immune system. Then we have Melaleuca, which I've used this evening on my son James. He's got a little cut on his ankle, so we just put some around the outside of it. So this is tea tree, and it's also known as the first aid for the skin. So main thing that we use that for earache. So when the baby's getting teeth through, she's always pulling on her ears because she suffers with her earache. So we'll rub it around the outside of the ear and just just in front of the earlobe there, and that really helps to calm any earache that she's suffering from. But I used to suffer with a really itchy, flaky scalp. Since using doTERRA shampoo and the Melaleuca once a week, I put Melaleuca in the shampoo once a week, and that really helps to give me a nice, healthy scalp. But it also makes my hair really, really clean, and it's very strong now as well, where it used to snap a lot all of the time. So just once a week, 1 drop in my shampoo, and that makes a massive difference. And then what we do, if we take the kids swimming, we will put the oil onto their toenails as well to stop any fungal infection or verrucas. So it's a really great defense oil as well, and preventative rather than just using it as something that is going to repair. Okay, so next is oregano. So obviously one of the herb oils. This is a very fiery oil, but it does so many different things. So oregano is a natural immune support. Oh, it's very, very strong. I love it. It smells amazing. We pop it in our food. We'll put it into tomato sauces. So if we're making spaghetti bolognese or chili con carne or pizza sauce or anything like that, we'll use it in there. You're going to need a tiny amount of it because it's so powerful. But it's pretty much anti-everything. So anti-parasitic, antibiotic, anti-inflammatory. If anything anti in front of a word, then oregano is the one for you. So again, you can pop it into the capsules and take them as part of your daily immune support. You can put it on the soles of your feet, and again, you can use it to clean the house, but the main thing that we use it for is to use it in our food. It's a really good way of getting the oils into the kids without them knowing too much about it, and they'll really enjoy the taste of it as well, which is obviously a bonus. Then the next oil is Deep Blue. So this is another blend of oils combined together, and this is for muscle and joint support. So when I first learned about doTERRA, this was the oil that really excited me. Because I'm a personal trainer, I come across people all of the time who have pulled muscles, joint problems, back problems, knees, hips, you name it, I've come across it. And I've been able to really help a lot of my clients, especially with the Deep Blue rub. So they'll apply it before training and then after training, and it helps to keep that muscle ache away. But it will also help to repair any damage that you've done to yourself as well. So this is the rub that we use, and this is something that I now really wouldn't be without. Me and Craig both suffer with our knees, and this is something that we use a lot if we have been for a long walk or we've been for a jog or something. Then we apply the Deep Blue before and after, and that really helps us. So yeah, that is an amazing product to use. Okay, then we have Breathe, which is another blend of oils. Okay, So this is a respiratory support blend, and it's really based on anything to do with the lungs and your airways. So what we do with it is we combine it with lavender and we pop it into the diffuser of a night time, and that really helps to open up our airways while we're sleeping. When we're asleep, that is when we breathe properly, because our breathing system is an involuntary system, so we don't have any control like over our diaphragm. Our diaphragm works whether we want it to or not, but our lungs don't function properly during the day because we're in control of them. So when we go to sleep, it becomes involuntary. So that's when we're able to really inflate our lungs, which is why we get a lot of snorers, because that's when all these airways here start collapsing upon themselves, which is why breathe is a really great one to pop into your diffuser during the night, because that will help stop any snoring. So when we're inflating our lungs, we really only probably do it properly overnight. So it's a great one to apply during the day to really open up those airways and get as much oxygen as we possibly can and get rid of as much carbon dioxide as we can. And that's when you really are repairing your body. So breathe if you suffer with asthma, COPD, any kind of lung problem or lung disease, then I would recommend that you use breathe onto your chest, onto your back, in between your shoulder blades, and onto the sole of your feet, and definitely in a diffuser as well, especially during the night time, because that's really going to help to open up those airways and for you to be able to get a really good full lung of air. Okay, so next is Zengest. So here it is. So again, this is another blend. This is a digestive support oil. So if you suffer with IBS or constipation, diarrhea, irritable bowel disease, trapped wind, indigestion, anything to do with your stomach down, Zen or Zengest rather, is the oil for you. So again, you can just rub it onto your tummy, you can pop it on the soles of your feet, you can put it into a capsule, or you can drink it with water, and before and after meals as well. That's a really great way of being able to break food down if you do suffer with indigestion, and that will help to break the food down, to get it into your gut a lot faster, for it to be able to take on the nutrients, and generally just give you a much more healthy immune digestive system. We've used it with our friend's daughter, who really has suffered badly with constipation since she was a baby, and since using the Zengest, like she's 12 now, since using the Zengest, she's not had any constipation, which is absolutely amazing. Then the last one is frankincense. So here's Frank. So we use frankincense really pretty much on a daily basis. I really like frankincense with lemon and ginger. That's my ginger here, yeah. So I'll have a glass of water, I'll have 1 drop of lemon, then ginger, and then frankincense. And that really helps me. That's like the blend that really works well for me. So what frankincense does is everything, pretty much. It is an amazing oil. It's got such a huge chemical composition that it will cover pretty much every single ailment or problem or health issue that you may have. If you combine it with any other oil, it will heighten that potency of that oil by 10. So if you have any kind of chronic condition that you've suffered from for a long time, or is really giving you a bad time, then I would recommend that you pair an oil up with frankincense to really attack that problem. It's been used for centuries. The ancient Egyptians used it as part of their skincare regime. So it's a very beautifying oil. So if you have dull or dry skin, or oily skin, or lots of wrinkles that you want to try and make your skin look a little bit more clear, or reduce lines and wrinkles, then frankincense is something that you can just apply directly to your skin, and that will really help with that. So that's like a little bit cosmetic, but again, important, but also on the bottom of your feet for good immune support. So, you know, you can't go wrong with frankincense. And if ever you're unsure of what to use, what oil to use, then frankincense is the one to go for. So it's known as the king of oils. So they're the 10 oils that I wanted to talk to you about. And just to sort of recap why I use doTERRA oils rather than any other. And there's lots and lots of different reasons, but these are some of our favourites. So not oils are created equal, and that is so true. We've done a little bit of research, I suppose, when we went to a shop, a local shop, a local health food shop. You probably know what I'm talking about, which one I'm talking about. And when we compared our oils to theirs, just alone on the smell, it was so different. You could smell the difference in our quality. So not oils are created equal. Sourcing really does matter, and making sure that the oils are sourced from the area of the world where you would naturally find that plant, rather than being produced in a greenhouse somewhere in the middle of the UK. You don't want to be getting lemon oil from somewhere that's sourced in the UK, because you know that that's not going to be the best lemons that you would possibly get. Now, quality matters. Yeah, of course, quality matters. If you're going to be applying something to your skin, or you're going to be taking something internally, or you're going to be giving it to your children, then you want to make sure that the quality that you're providing is you know, the best. So really you do need to make sure that what is inside of the bottle of oil is just oil and not chemicals or water or anything else. So testing matters, and doTERRA really go to town on the testing. So each bottle will go through 3 vigorous testing processes. 2 of them are in-house and 1 of them is an external, and not one bottle is allowed to be released until it's been tested. So every single bottle of essential oil goes through this testing process, because they want to make sure that what is sent out there is of good quality. And then integrity matters. So the Healing Hands and the co-impact sourcing are 2 foundations which are really important. We want to make sure that people are getting a fair trade on what they're producing, and they're getting paid fairly as well for what they produce. And we want to make sure that what we're giving out to you guys is a product that we can really get behind and really feel passionate about. So integrity matters to us, and it matters to doTERRA. And then support matters as well. So if you get involved with the business one way or another, whether it's just by buying oils from us, or whether it's that you sharing the oils to your friends and family, we are here 100% of the way for you, everything that you need. And that really is important to us, that we make sure that everybody who comes our way gets the support that they deserve. And then you matter as well, and of course you matter. You should matter most of all to yourself. So you should really be giving yourself the absolute best that you can possibly give when it comes to essential oils. Okay, so how to purchase the oils. So each oil can be purchased individually, and you can pay full price, which is a retail price. But what we like to do is to make sure that you're getting the oils as cheaply as you possibly can, because we want everybody to be able to use them. So we have what's called a wholesale membership, and this then will give you 25% off all oils for 12 months, and that is for £24. And once your 12 months is up, it's £12 to renew, and you actually get a free bottle of peppermint, which is worth over £20, so that is quite brilliant. If you wanted to ask us for a price list, then just drop us a message, and that's absolutely fine. We can send you one over. Or you can go directly to our shop, which is theessentialmumshop.com, and you can purchase through there, or you can go onto the blog at theessentialmum.com and have a look through our blog there, and there's lots of information about the oils. So I'm going to talk to you now about 3 different kits. So I've talked to you about the 10 core oils, and the Family Essential kit involves those 10 core oils, and they're in a 5 milliliter bottle, which is this size. You can see the difference there between the 2 sizes of bottles. So the 5 ml bottles all have 80 drops in them, so it does go quite a long way. And then you get a free bottle of Slim and Sassy, which is the metabolic blend. So that is upside down. So that is great if you're trying to lose weight. So you get that in the 15 ml bottle, which is 240 drops. So you get all 10 oils, you get your 11 oils, and then you also get your delivery is included in the price, and a year wholesale membership as well. And that's £115.20 for that kit, which is really good. Then we have the Home Essentials kit, which is what we've talked about tonight. This includes the diffuser and the 10 core oils in the 15 ml bottle. So you're getting 3 times as much oil. So you get 240 drops in those bottles rather than 80. And you also get your delivery, and you get your enrollment for 12 months as well, your wholesale membership for 12 months. So you're getting 3 times as much oil as what you do on the Family Essentials kit. And this kit is £226.80. And as I say, that is including your delivery. So that's a really good value for money. So it's twice the price for 3 times as much oil plus a diffuser. And then we have the Family Wellness Kit. Now this kit includes the 10 core oils in 5 ml bottles. You get the LLV, which is this one, what we talked about earlier on, the supplements. You get a range of On Guard products. You get an Intune, I beg your pardon, you get a past tense oil, and you also get a coconut oil. And you get your delivery and your wholesale membership included in that as well. And that is for £202.80, and obviously delivered directly to yourselves. Okay, so just very quickly then about the business opportunity and why doTERRA is an amazing business opportunity. So firstly, the products are just fantastic. There's no other oil on the market that goes through so much testing as what doTERRA oils do. So, as I say, the only oils which are certified to be pure therapeutic grade. They are 100% natural, which is why we are so happy to be able to put them on our children. And they have really amazing health benefits, which are so much better than synthetic drugs, with no side effects or addictive qualities, which obviously is can become a bit of a problem if you are addicted to medication. Then the company is the fastest growing network marketing company in the world. It's one of the most successful companies it's the most successful essential oil company in the industry, which is debt-free, which is a huge thing, because they don't have to answer to any shareholders or anything like that, or any board of trustees, which is really great. So any decisions that they make are based on what they think is the best for the company. So there's 7 executives who founded doTERRA, who are leading business people and leading health professionals as well. They have a strong scientific team which consists of doctors, scientists and other health professionals. So we know that everything that we are told and shown and experienced with the oils has gone through an awful lot of research and is testified by health professionals. And then, as I was talking earlier about the co-impact sourcing and healing hands, it's such a huge part of the business, and one of the main reasons why we decided to get involved with doTERRA. And then the team support as well is brilliant. Our uplines are so supportive of everything that we do, and really do give us lots and lots of advice about the oils and the company. Then there's a huge financial benefit to being part of it. So that is a residual income. So that's something that really is something that excites us when we are older and we want to be able to retire. We know that we're still going to have an income being generated by our business. The compensation plan is very generous. It's one of the best, if not the best, in network marketing. And doTERRA's retention rate is 65% versus 13% in industry average. So that's a massive difference. You know that you're going to be getting repeated business month in, month out. Okay. Hopefully this is going to work. Oh, back we go. Okay. So that's everything that I wanted to go through with this evening. I just want to say thank you to you all for coming on. And if you have any questions, I don't know whether there's been any questions asked. No, okay. If you have any questions, you can. I'm going to stay on for a couple more minutes, and you can just pop them into the chat bar, and or you can unmute yourself, and I'll answer any questions that you've got. So I'm just going to stop recording